The last passenger. The bus was nearly empty as it trundled down the foggy rural road. Jenna, a college student heading home for the weekend, sat near the back, staring out the window. The mist outside seemed to swallow everything, creating an eerie, claustrophobic atmosphere. It was late, and she was the last passenger. The driver, a grizzled old man with a cap pulled low over his eyes, occasionally glanced at her through the rearview mirror. Jenna shifted uncomfortably, feeling a prickle of unease. As they approached a particularly isolated stretch of road, the bus lurched and came to a stop. The engine sputtered and died. The driver cursed under his breath and got up. "Gotta check the engine," grumbled, stepping out into the fog. "Stay here." Jenna nodded, clutching her bag tightly. Minutes passed, and the driver didn't return. She considered going to check on him, but the thought of stepping into the fog was unsettling. Suddenly, she heard a soft tapping on the window. Her heart raced as she looked outside, but saw nothing. The tapping came again, this time more insistent. Jenna's breath caught in her throat as she leaned closer to the glass. Face appeared out of the mist, pale, hollow eyes and a twisted, toothless grin. She screamed and stumbled back, falling into the aisle. The figure outside pressed its hands against the window, smearing it with something dark and wet. The bus lights flickered and then went out, plunging Jenna into darkness. Panic set in as she groped for her phone. The screen remained black. Cold breeze blew through the bus, and she realized the front door was open. Footsteps echoed on the metal floor. Jenna crawled under the seat, trying to control her breathing. Footsteps grew louder, closer. She peeked out and saw a pair of muddy boots stop right next to her hiding spot. A rasping voice called her name, sending chills down her spine. How did it know her name? The boots moved away, and for a moment she thought it might be over. Then a hand reached under the seat, grasping her ankle with a grip like iron. Jenna kicked and screamed, trying to break free. The hand pulled harder. Desperation gave her strength, and she finally broke loose, scrambling towards the back of the bus. She found the emergency exit and pushed it open, tumbling out into the cold, wet night. She ran, not looking back, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The fog seemed to part for her, guiding her away from the bus. She stumbled onto a narrow road and saw headlights approaching. She waved frantically, and the car stopped. An older couple was inside, their faces concerned as they took in her disheveled appearance. "Are you all right, dear?" the woman asked. Jenna nodded, though she knew she wasn't. She glanced back at the road. The bus was gone, swallowed by the fog. The couple drove her to the nearest town, where she finally felt safe. Later, she learned that the bus she had been on had crashed off that very row.